the Rubber Room. It's me, Chris Colley. It is Wednesday at 12 o'clock. I guess I'm a few minutes late here. I'm not sure how that happened, but I'm here. I'm just checking my Facebook to make sure I'm on the right page. This is one of the great cards that we're going to be making at my card class this weekend. I actually added on 2 new classes, and so this is going to be one of them. I added on 1 class. We have 3, and I added on 1 because I wanted to share this celebration paper with you before it is gone. Celebration items are free with a minimum $50 purchase. It looks like I'm in the right spot. And it all disappears at the end of this month. So this paper was just too cute not to add a special little class for it. My classes are this weekend, the 19th or the 20th, from 1 to 4. There's 3 classes. Each class is $15 flat fee, or if you're like me and you love the free, it is free with a minimum $25 order made the day of class. You can pick Saturday or Sunday to come to class, and you can pick any of the 4 classes that you want to do. You can pick as many of them as you want. You're going to do 2 each of these 3 cards. If you are a team member, you have the option to do a half a class, which means you'll make 1 each of all 3 cards, and your cost is only going to be $5. Okay, so this is one of the cards we're going to make in that class. This is the rainbow class. Here's another one. This one was designed by my friend and downline, Beth Kozak. You can see that the designer series paper has so much bright color cheer. It's just so cool. And then this one is kind of a reverse book fold. This one was made by my upline. It has a great little embossing fuller heart in it. This is the Grassy Grove class, and I love this little silhouette that these dies make. And this is the stitched greenery in the back of it, so you get to use lots of different products for each class. Here's the second card for that class. This one has kind of a fun fold opening to it. So it's got kind of like a 3-layer look, but only a 2-layer. You know, all of the cards for this class also use that On the Horizon Designer Series paper, and it is gorgeous. This is kind of a shadow box one. This was made by my downline, Michelle. This is actually the card that made me have to buy this stamp set and the paper. So thanks, Michelle. You're a real friend. And we're going to do the Daffodil Designer Series paper. So this is another book fold, but it goes the other way, like that. And I'm going to leave this here for a minute and see if I am in the center here. Okay. And then this one, I actually got as part of a class swap that we did. I swapped classes with 5 other demonstrators at the beginning of every catalog so that we have some classes already designed and ready to go. And here is the 3rd one that we're going to do for the daffodil class. And then our 4th class is just going to be a whitewash technique class. So we're going to use a lot of different stamp sets, but we're going to focus on techniques. So this is one of them. And this is the second one. And this is the 3rd one. And today is the last day to sign up for classes. So you have to do that before tonight. I'll post a little reminder for you also. Okay, and let's not forget about this tutorial. Every month I talk about when you place a minimum $35 order, you get these tutorials. And I work with a team of very talented demonstrators. There are 16 of us. So you will get this tutorial, and it does have celebration products in it. It's all featuring celebration items. So you have some great, you can see some great cards in here. Some 3D items too. So any $35 order gets this packet of tutorials emailed to them. All right, let's get started. Today, I'm going to share a stamp or a card with you made from this stamp set. This is the Hello Beautiful stamp set, and it coordinates with these great dies. They're called the Beautiful Shapes dies. And you have all these circles. There's a couple of ovals, but you have these great hexagons. And those are the ones we're going to be working with today, are these hexagons. And you can see from this one here, it has these embossed lines in it. So you get this really nice circle with some embossed lines in it. And so does this kind of oval or egg-shaped one. So you kind of get cutting and embossing. And then with the stamp set, you get sentiments. You get some cursive ones and some printed ones. And then you have all these great shapes. Our team does a featured stamper of the month. And Sherry George is our featured stamper this month. And she's using this set. And she has made some beautiful backgrounds using these different pieces. And this set is in your mini catalog. Okay, so we have a Demo Divas group where you have to be a demonstrator, but all demonstrators are invited to join the group. So if you're on here watching and you're a demonstrator and aren't part of that group, pop on over to the Demo Divas Facebook group and ask to join. We'd love to have you there with us. We did a shoebox swap once a month, and this past weekend was our swap date. So this is the card that I shared. And when we do that, we put them in packets like this. Everybody gets a little packet with their goodies in it for the day. And I'm going to start off. This is kind of like a trifold card. So this is my base. This is a Blushing Bride, and it's 8.5 by 5.5. Scored on the 8.5 side at 4 1/4. I'm just going to burnish my score line. And then I have a piece of basic white that is 5 1/4 by 4. And a little piece of Designer Series paper to layer on top of it. And that Designer Series paper is going to be 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. And I'm not going to layer it up quite yet because I do want to add a piece of this gold ribbon to it. You can see it has this really gorgeous gold in the paper. It's just beautiful. That's a pack of Designer Series paper. And it's actually the first pack of paper and the only pack of paper that Stampin' Up! Does so far in that 4 by 6 size. So you don't get 6 by 6 of it, you get 4 by 6, which is kind of an interesting size to work with. And it's also the size of some of the Memories and More cards too. So I'm going to start off by adhering this Designer Series paper. Look how fun it is in the back too. So it has that metallic on one side, and then on the back it is kind of a watercolor wash look to this piece. So I'm just going to add some Stampin' Seal to the back of it. And put it down on my card. This is on my basic white piece. So it actually, excuse me, is about a 1/16 of an inch difference, or an 1/8 of an inch difference, as opposed to the usual 1/4 of an inch that we do. And then I'm going to bring in my little glue dots. I'm going to put a glue dot, excuse me, on each end of my gold ribbon. Okay, and I'm going to adhere that to the back of this basic white piece of cardstock, just on the edge of my card. Okay, I can see I'm going to move it over just a tiny bit. Okay, so it's just on my, you can see just the white edge of that, of my basic white. And then I'm just going to put some more adhesive on it. So, and you can use whatever is your favorite adhesive you can use. I happen to like this Stampin' Seal. So that's what I'm going to be using today. And I'm just going to adhere that to the front of my card. I'm going to give it one more check to make sure that it's opening correctly this way. And this is going to be kind of a peekaboo card. So I want to cut an image out here. And I've seen a lot of them with circles and squares. So I'm going to actually be using that hexagon. I think that is just such a fun little shape to use. And my die is going to cut through these 3 layers. So there's 2 layers of cardstock and 1 layer of DSP, and my die is going to cut through all of them. So I'm just going to bring in my big shot here. Oh, I'm actually going to turn it around so my handle's over here towards me. Okay. And got a lot of stuff here to get out of the way. So your sandwich is going to be your base plate, your number 2 plate, and number 3. I'm going to put my card on there. And then I am going to put my die cut. I'll put it up just a little bit. Make sure it's straight on the edges. And then go ahead and put it through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. That's a lot of words to describe this wonderful machine. That one got a little bit of a pop to it, didn't it? It shook my table. All right, so let's put that back. Get it out of the way. Get our trays out of the way. And I'm going to put that in there so I don't lose it. And then this is going to pop right out of the middle of my card. So you actually have these 2 great pieces here. If you didn't attach that, if you did attach it, you have that one. And then you have your cardstock piece. So you can keep those and use them for another project down the line. Okay? So that's what our card looks like so far. And I did cut out 2 of the layering hexagons in the basic white. Okay, and then I have 2 more pieces of coordinating designer series paper. Again, you can use either side to these, and these are 5 1/8 by 1 7/8. And then I had a little piece left after I cut, and so this is just going to be one that I put at the bottom. And I don't even remember how long this piece is. 5 1/8 by 3 7/8 maybe. And so then I have this piece of basic white cardstock. And this piece of basic white cardstock is 5 1/4 by 8. Okay, so it's 5 1/4 by 8, and I have scored it right down the middle at 4. And then at 6. So it's scored at 4 and 6. And I'm going to give that kind of the valley fold. So I'm going to fold it in half and burnish that score line. And then I'm going to fold it back so that the left edge is going to go right to the right edge. Or I'm folding the open side towards the closed side of the card. Okay, and then I'm going to put a piece of paper. What's going to happen is we'll put this inside our card like this. Okay, so you'll see just this little piece of it when you go to open it. So choose whichever piece of designer series paper you want. I think I'm going to use these 2 pieces. I kind of like how they coordinate. So I'm just going to put some snail or some Stampin' Seal. I have to get the word snail out of my head. We used it for so many years, but this is Stampin' Seal. Okay, so I'm going to put that on there. And you can put these in either spot. There's no right spot or wrong spot. You can do left to right or right to left, just depending on which pattern you like. And if you want it to be on the inside part of your card or the outside, okay? And then this piece I'm going to put right down here at the bottom. All right, I'm going to add some Stampin' Seal there. And we're going to do a little bit of stamping. All right. We're just going to put that at the bottom. And I'm going to kind of line it up over here with the bottom of that designer series paper. Okay, and then I'm just going to take my snips and trim this little piece off the edge there. And I don't like how that's lining up. Okay, and then I am going to put Stampin' Seal on the back of it. I wonder what is going on here. I'm only getting adhesive on one side. It's getting towards the end. That might be the problem, right? Okay, so I'm going to bring my card base in. And I'm going to put this right on the inside of my card base. Okay, so when they open it, this is going to be kind of what it looks like. All right, so this is kind of like a Z fold, but it's on the inside. Okay, we're going to cover this piece up. All right, so I'm going to take this large one that I cut out that is just that size, and I'm going to put tape. I'm going to put my Stampin' Seal right in here. And I'm going to put it in here because I don't accidentally want to get it on too much of this and have it be stuck over here. Okay, so I'm just going to hold that closed and put my Stampin' Seal in here. And then I'm just going to fit that right inside. Make sure it's straight. And my card will open like this. I can see it's just a little bit crooked there. Okay, so this is now going to be the front of your card. And when you open it, you're going to be able to do that. Okay, so we need a sentiment. And I'm going to use a sentiment right from the stamp that says, so happy to know you. Okay, this is going to go in my card facing this way. So your points on your hexagon are going to be your up and down points. So let's see how good I do stamping upside down. I think I'm good, okay? And then I'm going to put like this little underline almost, this kind of design under it. Okay. And I used Melon Mambo to do that. And then I'm going to just put some Stampin' Seal on the back of this one. I'm going to put it all over that one because I'm going to center it right in the middle here. Okay. So now your card's going to look like this and open. How fun is that? I love a new fold and a new shape. So this is kind of, it gets both of those things, right? And I tied these little bows for everybody. So I'm going to put my bow up here. But at class, some people forgot to put their ribbon on here before they adhered it all. And so you can easily, even if you would just want to conserve ribbon a little bit, you could easily put your ribbon right down here or your bow right down here as opposed to up here. Your card, so however you want to do it. In fact, I think I may turn it sideways so it's not like kind of flipping off the edge of your card. There we go. How about that for a quick and easy card, you guys? I think this paper is so beautiful. And again, that is the Hello Beautiful bundle, and it comes with a suite of products, and the designer series paper is in that suite also. Okay, so let's see who is joining us here. Maybe I can do this today. We're expecting a big snowstorm tomorrow. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Monica. Thanks for stopping in. And Kay, I'm glad you guys are all here. So I'll go back and just remind you for a minute about classes. So we have 4 classes this Saturday, and I hope you guys can come. You can do them Saturday or Sunday, and you're going to do 3 cards in each class, 2 of each, unless you're a team member and want to do a half class. And then you're going to do 1 of each for $5. So this is the whitewash technique class. And these are the 3 cards we're going to be doing in there. This is the daffodil class. And these are the 3 cards we're going to be doing in there. And this uses that great daffodil paper that you want to be sure you get before it retires on the end of this month, on the 28th. So this is that bookbinding fold again. And then we have the rainbow class, which is the bookbinding fold here, only going vertically instead of horizontally. And this is the rainbow paper that's going to be disappearing at the end of celebration. And then we have the grassy grove, and Michelle is on here. Michelle is the one who did this gorgeous card and sent it to me, and I knew I loved it so much. It made me so happy to get this in the mail that I had to share it with you guys and do it in a class. So thanks, Michelle, for the great idea and for the beautiful card. And this is the other one that we'll be doing. This one has some Wink of Stella on it. And again, this whole class uses the On the Horizon Designer Series paper. And then this is the other one. So I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for tuning in with me on your lunch hour. And today is the last day to RSVP for classes. And I do hope that I can see you here this weekend. You can always do my classes to go if you want to do that. If you're not close or if you're busy that day, just give me a text and let me know you want to do it to go. Thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of the week.